right, so moving forward, we've been discussing this importance of the 1-4-5 chord progression, which is essential. Well, what happened was, if you think about historically this blues progression, this 1-4-5 that all these artists were using in the 50s, what happened was there was an extension of this 1-4-5 by adding another chord. And so what we're doing is we're moving into 4-chord progressions now. We're still going to use the 1-4-5, but what happened is we started adding in the 6 chord, which if you remember is a minor chord. And with the addition of that, we got the beginnings of what would be called doo-wop music. Now, this 6 chord is used in a million different ways, but what I want to do to begin with is just show you how we took this standard 1-4-5 idea, G-C-D for instance, and by simply adding in this E minor chord in a particular spot, we got doo-wop music. So I'm going to use Blue Moon. I'm not going to torture you with my singing over the top, but I'm going to use Blue Moon as an example, and this is the key it's in. It's using G, E minor, C, and D. So it's going G, so Blue Moon. Over and over and over, G minor CD, 1-6-4-5, that chord progression. Duke of Earl by Gene Chandler. Blue Moon was by the Marcells, by the way. But Duke of Earl by Gene Chandler. Now this one I'm going to put in the key of G. It's actually in the key of F sharp, which means you can't play it as an open chord. I'm not sure why it's in that key, but I'm going to play it in the key of G, so I'm going to be going like this. If you think Duke of Earl. Exact same chord progression, different feel, of course. Another one we could look at would be Last Kiss, which was originally done by, I believe, Wayne Cochran, but then was redone by Pearl Jam. And this one... So again, the groove changes a little bit, but it's the same chord progression, literally the same key. Stand By Me by Benny King. Let's see, this one is also in the key of G. This one goes G. So you can see it's a little bit different, same construction, but the order is a little different. It's still G, E minor, C, D, but you stay on G and E minor longer. G, E minor, C, D, G. It starts all over, so you stay on G again. Okay, so same idea. Another one is Still of the Night. Now, in order to play this one is by Dion and the Belmonts, or it could be by the Five Satins. Either one of those bands, it's actually in the same key. So what I did to figure out this song is I just put my capo on 5, and I played C, A minor, F, and G, which again is a 1-6-4-5 in the key of C. So in the Still of the Night... It's just a really slow tempo depending on how you look at it, but you're going C, da-da-dum, A minor, and then into the G. Same chord progression over and over and over. Great chord progression though, and again, by adding in that 6th chord, we defined doo-wop music, which is pretty cool. Another one you could do, the last one I'm going to show you as an example. There are, again, hundreds of songs that you could look at that use this chord progression. But this one's going to be Teenager in Love, which is also Dion and the Belmonts. Let's see. G. So again, to get that doo-wop sound, they really had to conform to the order of these chords, right? It had to be a 1, 6, 4, 5. If we use those in another order, which we will be looking at, but when we use those in a different order, it didn't sound like doo-wop anymore. It was actually the birth, which makes sense. It was the birth of pop chord progressions, which we use all over the place. And so the next section that will be coming up is going to be talking a lot about 4 chord progressions and using some minor chords, obviously, along with the majors, because we've already expelled 1, 4, and 5. We've already used those. So the next place to go is to start incorporating a 2 or a 3 or obviously a 6 into our chord progressions, which is going to produce the birth of the next most common chord progression used in popular music by far. Hey, Steve Stine here, and it's been awesome showing you how to play more songs these past few days. Now, I want to let you know that I've put together 10 of my best courses for email subscribers to create my greatest hits bundle, so you can play awesome rock, metal, acoustic, and blues songs. You can scroll down to check out each of the courses you'll get in the bundle below. Here's what I need you to know, though. This page goes live on Tuesday, May 3rd at 6 a.m. Pacific, and the bundle will start out at $19.95, which is over 95% off, and it's going to go up 25 cents per order. That means the first 500 or so members are guaranteed huge savings on the bundle. Plus, there's 3 fast action bonuses that you'll definitely want to check out. So make sure you bookmark the link near this video, mark your calendar, and set an alarm, because the earlier you grab your copy, the more you're going to save. So see you next Tuesday at 6 a.m. Pacific.